Hello, everyone. Hello, world. Welcome back to a different stream, a new stream. Stonks Maxxing, day 190, 191 actually. Today we're going to talk about space. So, I feel like this is a pretty hot topic right now. SpaceX is supposedly IPOing June 12th, so something to keep in mind. Now, with that said, we're going to take a look at a few select recent startup investments in this space. There's 8 of mine that come to mind, but probably more that I haven't either found out about or learned about yet. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So right now I'm taking a look at this company called Cesium Astro. Not entirely sure what this is, but let's take a look. So okay, I know partly they do create this thing called Skylark, which is a terminal to communicate on the ground, I believe, with satellites. And so Cesium Astro is actually currently a revenue generating company. They actually do make revenue. I don't know how much though. It's a private company. Maybe they do disclose it. So it's they're expanding 270,000 square foot facility in Texas. 200 million public private financing package validates Cesium Astro's role in rebuilding the US industrial base. I don't know what MMIA initiative. Excuse me. 1.5 trillion? What? 1.5 trillion security and resiliency initiative, which aims to facilitate finance and invest in industries critical to national security and resiliency. Okay. So let's copy. I'm curious. What is this logo? So Cesium Astro logo. PNG. Okay, so Cesium Astro, there we go. Axiom Space logo. Right, and then Impulse. Okay, so this is the I'm gonna get you from lower Earth orbit to Impulse Space, Axiom Space, Cesium Astro, K2 Space. And this is like the massive satellite company. Stonks Space. So this is the reusable rocket, stage 1 and stage 2. And then True and yeah, I remember this one from. And then Muon Space. Let's see what happens if we copy this over. It's not good. Okay, so I'm curious about True Anomaly because this one, equity plus debt, then a 650 million Series D. So let's do True Anomaly Series D. Yeah, so Acme is on here as well. I know Casey. I don't think Casey Stanford. Something Stanford, I believe, is the co-founder there. All right. $50 million debt provided by Stifel Bank. Okay. So it's actually pretty important to add. So, True Anomaly, 650 million Series D announced in April of 2026. So it's a 2.2. So I don't know who the lead investor is at Eclipse. I feel like I've tried to remember a lot of them. The ones that I can remember off the top of my head are Lior Susan, Pierre Lamone, Joe Fath, Aidan Madigan Curtis, Jitin Shah, Caitlin Glancy, Matt Woolsmith, Yeah, I think that's it. I wonder who the lead investors are. All right. True anomaly, or oh fuck. Okay. True Eclipse lead investor. Lead partner. Russia has already demonstrated destructive ASAT capability. Deployed lasers in probable orbital ASAT prototypes. Use cyber attacks against commercial space systems in war, and continues GPS and SATCOM and electronic attacks across Europe. Finally, there is significant concern that Russia may deploy orbital nuclear weapons designed to destroy proliferated constellations. Okay, so over the next 18 months, we are accelerating to deliver. We will conduct a dozen missions, including the Victus Haze tactically responsive space demonstration in lower Earth orbit, fly multiple missions and product demonstrations in lower Earth orbit and geostationary Earth orbit. Excuse me. So deliver Jackal for the U.S. Space Force's $1.8 billion Andromeda program, the contract underpinning the geosynchronous reconnaissance and surveillance constellation. Deliver Mosaic to provide the specialized software backbone for responsive tactical and operational space warfighting orchestration across multiple programs of record. More than double our headcount from 250 at year-end 2025 to over 500 by year-end 2026, and over 1,000 in 2028. Okay, so there's a few things to look out for, I guess, in the next year and a half. Yeah, I don't know what exactly Victus Haze is. Tactically responsive space demonstration. Jackal. So I have to figure out what Jackal is. For the U.S. Space Force's $1.8 billion Andromeda program. All right. So Jackal, this is cool. It's got a little photo. Looks like it's a satellite. It's got the bus here and solar panels. It's not just another satellite, though, apparently. It is a new type of spacecraft that sets the performance benchmark for space superiority, highly maneuverable, payload agnostic, and low cost. So it's engineered with the modular structure and rapid fit mission hardpoints. Jackal supports a wide range of payloads and mission profile. Its high-performance propulsion stack and hardened software backbone deliver unmatched agility, autonomy, and maneuverability. Built from the ground up for highly dynamic space superiority missions across any contested orbital environment. So a lot of words here, I do have to say. So it claims it's not just another satellite. It's highly maneuverable, payload agnostic, and low cost. Just how low is that cost, though? Not entirely sure. Modular structure, rapid fit mission hardpoints. .20 thruster configuration and a large propellant tank in an ESPA Grand form factor. Delta V baseline up to 80, is that milliseconds? No. So geostationary, and cislunar up to maybe 1,000 miles per second. So mission hardpoints, multiple mission stations that host an unprecedented range of sensors and other payloads, enabling custom multi-role configurations. What's Gravity Works? I guess it probably is a wholly owned subsidiary. Okay, so there's two things here. There's the Jackal and Mosaic software. This is a cheap satellite. And US at Gravity Works. Okay, so manufacturing is also done in the US. So I consider this basically in this idea of like satellite industry, like satellite manufacturing, right? I guess you could almost consider it the same thing as Loft Orbital. True anomaly. It's cool. All right. So we got the Jackal. And then, I don't know if I'd consider this to be a satellite though. It's more of like a vessel, right? Okay. Alright, so this is also a fucking space station. Oh my god. Alright, maybe I'm doing a bit too much cursing here. Oh, this is literally announced today. 5 525. Debt. Okay, so it okay. Axiom space debt. I don't know how much placement agent, interesting. So it says an Axiom station breakthrough. So it's heavy reliance on sovereign customers. Star Lab. Okay, so I guess it already has Axiom Station. Commercial space stations. responding to a text real quick. Okay. I'm Okay, back. Alright, so we have Axiom Space. They're creating these commercial space stations. Let's see if we can get a picture. I guess this is it right here. It honestly looks very crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on. The hell is this? So I guess there's... Okay, so this is actually pretty interesting. Because if you notice, I mean, I'm no expert in space by any means, but this pod thing looks very similar. What's the company called? I have to challenge myself to try to remember it. Vast, and what Vast is making. Okay, I looked at this by accident. So Vast, and I guess that's... So these I don't know what they're called, but these things are all modular. So you can create small versions of these and then connect them, it looks like. And I'm assuming that's how the space station was made. Okay, so this would also be helpful to add here. And maybe we'll grab Vast, the logo for Vast somewhere else. All right. Here we go. Yep. So Axiom Space launch date. Yeah, when did it happen? Okay, so it looks like this actually already happened. So they have flown 4 missions, the 5th of which I'm not entirely sure. Private astronaut mission to International Space Station. Yeah, it is interesting that there actually are debt providers in the space. Just because it does seem like it's something that's, like these people on Reddit said, going to be pre-revenue for a while. Inner sunset. Okay. Hmm. So I guess one thing that's also kind of in this industry that I'm starting to notice is that either Qatar or the United Arab Emirates, they're willing to fund a lot of these projects, even though these projects may or may not actually work out. Right, Al Jazeera Capital. I feel like this has got to be a UAE type. Oh, okay. It's Saudi Arabian. Is a one person Saudi closed joint stock company? What? Maybe I shouldn't be going on this. I'm not entirely sure what Sharia applied means. Vision 2030. Okay, I guess that's something that's very interesting. And we saw Axiom Space, didn't they just raise? I think that was one of the different. Okay, so that was the problem. I remember now. It mentions here in this report it's 525, but I think in the original one it was 350. MUFG, okay. Alright, so I guess there's common names here, right? This is what Cloud was saying. 4IG from Hungary. Now Japan is actually. I feel like I've seen MUFG either on the VAST cap table or somewhere else. Yeah, MUFG is another one to look at. Logo PNG. Okay. What is my goat up to? Hello. Sovereign of the Internal Abyss. Is this Aiden? Let me know who this is. Let me know who this is. But I am trying to understand what the hell is going on in this whole space industry thing. And it's pretty tough, dude. There's a lot of different players here. A lot of different investors, too. So we're trying to map all that out and create a little market map. Alright, so now that we have that, $525 million. I don't know where to put this though. Like, all right. So we have MUFG. Axiom Space. $1789 capital. Not entirely sure what this is. Okay. So Donald Trump Jr. is a partner here. All right. Omid Malik. Or Omid Malik. Is Omid Malik the father of Jai Malik? Alright. I just thought that could be uncanny. Alright, so 1789 Capital. It seems like they had co-led one of the rounds for Axiom Space. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, so it's the Qatar Investment Authority that co-led Type 1 Ventures. I know the Qatar had invested in Crested too in a 125 million round. Multiplanetary Future. Excuse me. Here's our strategy. Oh god. Humanity is estimated to reach a 1.0 in the next 100 years. Deep tech innovation. Converging approaches. Advanced science provides the breakthroughs that underpin space technology. Alright, robotics. Modernization of this robotics, AI and automation. Nanotechnology, future of mobility, human longevity. All right. I feel like all of these are space companies. I mean, they got to be right. Lunar Outpost, Lunar Outpost portfolio. Grok, Space Force. Oh, Space Forge, yeah, Gravitix. Nautilus. This sounds so familiar, Nautilus. Okay. Axiom Space. Yeah. Okay, and then the Qatar Invest Authority. QIA. Okay. So they had led Axiom Space, and they had also led Fast. All right. Series D here. Okay. K2 Space, right? All right. Oh, Haven 2 is a proposed successor to the ISS. Okay, so Axiom, Sierra Space. subsystems, solar and hardware. So it could be worth adding here. It's also a, in their words, space defense company. Okay. They have their own satellite here. Eclipse. Has a legacy of nearly 30 years of experience designing manufacturing. On NES NSSL. Eclipse. Just add it. I mean, not necessarily. Alright, so I think with this, I'll probably end it here. Made some progress, so we went through 8 different startups. Fast, Axiom, True Anomaly. It's going to be hard to remember them. I know one of them was Cesium Astro, K2 Space, Stoke Space, and I actually don't know what Muon Space does. Yeah, so it'd be good to get back to K2 Space later. I know that one's going to be a pretty big one. So yeah, I'll leave this here for now. Okay, so with that, I'll end the stream here and catch you guys in the next one.